This past weekend taught me something that I didn't know that bothered me. And throughout this journey of my life, just healing and growing, a lot of people have fell off. A lot of things, what I would have wanted them to be, people I probably would have want to hold on to, relationships I would have want to have kept, but it was necessary for whatever's going on in my life. Things will naturally fall off as you grow, as you heal, as you just gain different perspectives and stuff on life. But I was truly saddened. I was saddened by some people that was in my life. Nothing really happened, and I noticed. I said, God, you are enough. And when I said it, it didn't hit me how I thought it would be. It was like I said it, and that should be amazing because God is more than enough. But it was almost like I was saying, God, you are enough. I'll just settle for you. And that's not the case. Like, he truly is enough. And once you get full of him and just being confident in who you are, knowing who you are and whose you are, and that he truly loves you, I believe that God will start restoring and redeeming different relationships, whether it be new ones, whether it be some that come back but they're different, however it may look. But I truly was sad, and I was just like, yo, you know oh, I wish that could have been different. I wish this could have been different. Yet I have to ask myself, if it was, where would I be right now? Where would I be if that relationship was what I wanted it to be, right? You just have to be willing to put it all on the line. You have to be willing to be okay. It don't have to be offense or a falling out or anything like that. You just have to be okay with people moving on. You have to be okay with you moving on. You have to be okay with who you are. My heart is a fixer. I love with everything in me. And so when I had to lose, or I don't say lose, but when I had to walk away or sever certain relationships, God did it in such a beautiful way where it wasn't like chaotic. But I still missed it. I still hurt. I still grieved it. But I'm thankful. And a part of me, because I always want to fix things, I thought, well, I need to go back and make that right. Or I need to have closure. And God has taught me over this past year that, Felicia, you don't have to have closure. All you need is, you have to have God. You have to have his word. If he say walk away, if he say sever, do it. And I was always the type to be like, well, why? I don't understand it. But your need to understand can be to your detriment, and it will taint and almost contaminate your relationship with God, because you feel like, well, if you can't explain it to me, or I don't know what's going on, then I'm gonna just stay in it until I see and you can explain it. And then that becomes a level of pride, right? And so God walked me through all of these different things to show me that, Felicia, I got you. And you don't lose in me. You gain. So what looked like a loss, what looked like betrayal, what looked like it left my life, it truly blessed my life. And God did a work in me. Remember, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. See, sometimes we don't think it's good because we're looking at it for our purpose. Look at it. All things work together for the good according to his purpose for your life. So if you trust that, you believe that, you know that anything that happens, no matter what it looked like, no matter what it looked purposeful in our life or how we saw it, we have to know it's working together for the good, for the purpose of what he called us to, right? And so, though excruciating, though painful, though be misunderstood, though feel like, I was like, God, I just can't walk out these people's life, and they don't know why they're gonna look, they're gonna say this, they're gonna say that. But that's all about that gutting and killing flesh process, and not be concerned about what others think. You need to be concerned more about how God sees it and what he thinks, right? Because people say, well, oh, she did this and she did that because of this or that, and you can't even explain. God have it where you can't even say nothing. You can't even say nothing. You have to look like what they say you're like. But God knows who you are, and you do it as unto him. And so I had to learn that. And because a part of me used to be a fixer or a peacemaker, let me just make it right. Let me just cut it clean. Let me just leave on good standards, or leave on a good note. Yet I experienced one of the most toughest cutting of a relationship, and God left it where I didn't say anything. First, I was shocked and shook. It caught me by surprise, but I couldn't say a word to this day. And it's coming up on like a year. Did I want to address it? Yes. Yes. Because I'm a communicator. I'm like, oh, let me talk it out. Let me just say, let's just cut these ties, and, you understand, I understand type thing. And God said, no, you don't need that. What parts of you that think you need that? You don't need that. And I haven't to this day. Was it easy? No. Did I want to? Yes. But I obeyed God. And that happens with a lot of relationships, especially in my life. Because at the end of the day, are you going to obey God or try to please man? And so I was on the man pleaser side. And God did it in such a gracious and loving way, because he's so faithful and he's so loving. And that's just who he is. And his patient love towards me did it in a way where it wasn't as brutal as it could have been. I can say that. It felt brutal, but it wasn't as brutal as it could have been, especially after you learn to give up your will and give up your way of what you think it looks like, and trust him completely on what he has predestined it to be. And so, saying that, seeing some people from my past over this weekend, it triggered it again. And I'm like, why is this coming up? Like, this is like 20 plus years of stuff. And my husband said something so profound to me. He said, what does it matter to you what they think? And it don't take away from who you are. I said, whoa, yeah. And so in that, the Lord also showed me how the enemy plotted something against me 20 plus years ago and was going to have me resurrected and apologize. Yeah, let me set up for this one. And apologize when they are the one that set the plan in motion to my detriment. And now 20 years later, having me thinking my heart is turning on me because my love for people and thinking I did something wrong and was going to get me to apologize. But what that was going to do is that was going to bring me back into agreement with that thing. And the enemy, I was like, I told Holy Spirit, I was like, wow. He was like, yeah, Felicia, the enemy trying to get you to come into agreement with something they did against you and make you feel bad about it and make you apologize. Listen, anybody that knows me, I don't play around with the enemy. What I look like apologizing to them? But they will try to use your attributes against you. And my heart is one of my greatest attributes. And I told my husband, I was like, I feel like my heart is turning against me. But it wasn't that. It was the enemy trying to use that for me to resurrect something that I'm just want to do the right thing or just closure, get to the bottom of it. And they came in a different way this time. Last year, they came in a way by way of betrayal. This year, they're trying to come by way of like I'm missing something, like I gotta correct something, like I gotta fix something. No. It don't matter. I'm living for the Lord and I'm doing what He say. Because all things work together for my good. Because I'm gonna do according to His calling and purpose for my life. Be blessed, okay?